Back for game number 3. Again, dead even, 1 game apiece. 11-6 in the last game for Dima, who's scored 21 points so far versus Kokiniwa's 18. Oh, service error again. That's 2 for Dima. We will see. It's still quite early in the match. That's the sort of pressure Kokiniwa puts on players, though. Empty serve. You could almost read the label from here. Kokiniwa's receive popped up a little bit, earns the 3rd ball for Dima. See how much more rotation is on the receive than the serve. Beautiful counter. Saw the apology from Kokiniwa. Not sure exactly what it was with the contact, maybe top edge of the racket. Dima is the quickest to find cracks in the ball of anybody on the World Tour. The footwork, about 4 steps for Kokiniwa, would have been 2 of Dmitry Ovcharov's, and he still runs down this forehand. The speed, and the short side once again, fearless Kokiniwa. Burning building anywhere? Call Kokiniwa, send up the Niwa signal. Top edge, and it disorients Kokiniwa. You just never know what you're gonna get. Kokiniwa's like a box of chocolates. Chop block. Right down the middle, that's tough. If it's a little bit more to the backhand side, he's gonna have a little bit more racket speed coming into this, but the point, just the contact, misses the contact by a little. From that camera angle, it actually looked a little bit more reasonable. Although with Kokiniwa, it doesn't have to be reasonable. That's not part of the criteria. What other humans find reasonable, Kokiniwa finds boring. Big save for Dima from behind the table. When Kokiniwa's on top of the table, he's quite dangerous. Pretty much anywhere on the court, though. That's not true of most players his height. Heavy underspin serve, that shovel so difficult to read. There's an interesting parallel plot going on right now. You've heard many times how Dmitry Ovcharov, if he wins this match, will be world #1. No questions asked. Come January, world rankings. So that's the first order of business, but I will say there is a lifeline. Hypothetically, if he loses, there's another player to watch to see if Dima still has a chance to be world #1 in January. That player is Fan Zhendong. He will determine who becomes world #1 if Dima does not get through this match. But with a receive like that, it's going to be very difficult to win points against Dima. His 3rd ball is too strong given the space. Missing the contact again. It sounded clean, but it went right down. Looked like it slipped off the racket a bit. Let's see it one more time in this replay. The bottom of the net, that's quite unusual. Kokiniwa checking his equipment, making sure he cleans the top sheet. Excellent pace from Dima, right back, comes into the short forehand side, gets back to the deep backhand corner. Coach Kurashima wincing in the back, thinking up a plan. Second towel break of the game, Dima leading by 2. Kokiniwa apologizing. Dima said Chole, it sounded like. Interesting, interesting. Dima looked around just to see if anybody else saw it. Natural thing to do. Can someone confirm that? And he said, okay, it hit. Okay. Big point for Dima here to hang on to the lead, extend it back to a 2-point lead. Kokiniwa playing this ball spinny and low. Very difficult backhand. This is a lot of hard work for Dima, the hardest working player in Europe. Kokiniwa in there for the pace, the patterns he's predicting well, he's countering quickly. And the timeout here, Dmitry Ovcharov will be talking to the ITTF Star Coach of the Year, Jorg Roskopf. Jorg Roskopf for me has been a star coach for as long as I've known him. Watching him interact with the German national team in the dining halls to the practice hall, he just has a wonderful attitude. He's so cheery, so supportive. He knows the players so well. Is obviously incredibly well respected as a legend of the sport. Auf geht's, come on, let's go, he says. Short and sweet. I've talked to Dima about this before, and sometimes the timeouts, it's not so much about specific advice. Sometimes it's more about just getting some confidence from the coach. Obviously, there were a few German words exchanged earlier that were at a low volume, that even if I had heard, chances are quite good I wouldn't have understood. Spinny opening backhand does not bother Kokiniwa, just counters it off the bounce. It's so fascinating how players from the same national association, if anyone says, oh, it's another Japanese player, boy, are you mistaken. From Tomokazu Harimoto on one end, Kokiniwa on the other. Look at this aggression. Serve comes long and Niwa just eats it for breakfast. He's got a relatively short stroke. I mean, just the length of his arm. Still generates a lot of power. Oh, just long! All around the court. The inside-out forehand from Kokiniwa. I'd love to see this point again. Thank you very much. There's the rip. Chases it down, fishes it. Niwa up in the air. And just long. So 2 game points for Kokiniwa. He was trailing 6-8, scored 4 in a row. Oh, Burns turns the corner a little early, thought he had the serve low enough, had handcuffed Dima into no option but to play it to the deep backhand corner, something within reach. It's tough to tell if someone cheered Niwa or Dima. Second game point. Oh, just long on the backhand. Deja vu, a little role reversal from game number 1. It was Dima who had 10-8. Slightly softer play here from Dima. After all, he has played the big expensive strokes and Niwa has returned them quickly. Deuce number 1. Misses the contact from the middle of the body. Dima plays it right into the elbow. Excellent placement for the loop. And that's 3 in a row. Dima earns game point. The crowd getting quite excited here. Outstanding play once again, 3 in a row to the backhand. Picking that fight, for me, it's not that he's picking a fight with Dima's backhand, it's that he's changing the pattern. After playing 2 to the backhand and then moving it out middle of the table or even looking for the forehand down the line shot before, thought maybe he'd get Dima moving that way. Second deuce point. Outside of the table, no good, he says. I think he says Dima's point. Dima apologizing, clipping the net, wiping his hand. You can tell he's tense right now. And that caught the top edge of the table. Would have been quite interesting. Backhand again, a little apology here. 4th towel break of the game. Not sure exactly what the apology was for. Maybe we can see here. His fist was clinched. Premature Cho. This is why you can't celebrate until the point is over. It's a tough situation to be in. It's often one of the most embarrassing ways to lose a point while celebrating that you've won it. And it looks like heavy spin. Dima overcompensates, plays it into the net. Niwa with another game point, not 14, but that's the one, 13-12. A little bit out in front. Dima's made that shot many times before. And the no spin serve goes long. Niwa sneaks out the game, 14-12. An exciting match indeed, but I think you knew that was going to happen when you started watching. Niwa leading 2-1. We'll be back for game 4 right after this short break.